Mace in your face isn't a bad thing in this case. In fact, it could be the solution to unlocking limitations or plateaus you've been experiencing in your training. What you currently do, it doesn't displace, simply helps you do it while finding more grace. Hi, I'm Heins, Onnit's Director of Fitness Education. I'm going to share with you an introduction to easily get started with the steel mace for greater gains in strength, rotational power, and athleticism. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more. The steel mace is in fact based on an ancient weapon that was eventually used to enhance overall fitness and function by various societies and cultures from around the world. Which makes sense that one might feel intimidated to use it, not to mention that the primary movement associated with it is a 360. Swinging a heavy metal object around your body half the time out of sight behind you doesn't instill the greatest confidence if you're not sure what you're doing. And for many who already 360, let's be honest, that's all you're doing. So let's expand your access to this incredible tool that has much to offer your fitness and well-being, whether just starting out or taking it to the next level. Onnit has been at the forefront in the education and proliferation of training with the steel mace in this modern era, and we are pleased to continue making it accessible and engaging for all to benefit from. In this video, I'm going to provide you with a beginner workout, an intermediate workout, and a quick intro to flowing with the steel mace. First, let's establish a very important perspective. Looking at unfamiliar movements with an unfamiliar tool that feels unfamiliar when moving with it can throw our brains for a loop. Therefore, let's break this down into simple and familiar terms. This is a long lever handle with a weighted ball on one end. Take the ball away, and what have you got? Essentially, it's a mini barbell. Many of us understand the idea of working with a barbell, right? Add the weighted ball back on the end. You now have an offset load that continually wants to move towards your central base of support, causing you to counter in order to maintain even position, which is great. This has huge benefit for enhancing control of rotation, internal stabilization, and shoring up imbalances, which in turn provides great access to strength output, explosive power, and rotational change in direction. So don't get all caught up in the exotic nature and dynamicness of this tool, although that's fun too. Just remember two things. One, it's a mini barbell with a weight on one end. Two, you work to control that offset load. Simple. For this beginner workout, I'm going to give you something a little extra. Not so basic that you can't feel the fun and the benefits that you get from working with the steel mace. You're going to complete this workout as a circuit, one exercise after the other, times 8 reps per side, times 60 to 90 seconds per set, and then 3 to 4 sets. One of the biggest benefits of this tool is the offset load, and so we're going to highlight and accentuate that with an overhead walk. You're going to take the mace in both hands, and you're going to have an over grip. We're going to get your hands about shoulder width apart, and then we're going to curl the elbows back and drive up into an overhead press position. Now the weight out to the other side is going to want to drop and torque and twist you all over the place. You're going to work to bring your ribs down, keep your shoulders down, keep your tailbone tucked in slightly for a nice strong line all the way to your feet. Then we walk. We're just going to walk in place. So find your stability, bring your right knee up, place down. Find your stability, left knee up. Now because the weight is only on the one side, you're going to find that it changes what it feels like as you walk. If this is too much and you're having a difficult time stabilizing, you can always widen your hands out a little bit, and that brings the weight a little bit closer, a little less of a load from that offset point. For your switch curl, we're going to pick up the mace and you're going to be in an under-over grip. The underhand is nearest to the mace head, and you're going to keep your hand by that mace head. And the overhand grip is near the light end. From here, we're going to take the weighted end down towards your hip and allow the opposite end to come up closer to your shoulder. With this, we're then going to come to a middle position, parallel to the ground. Cross on the opposite. Now the weight is up at the shoulder, your other hand at your hip. Come into middle. Come into prayer, sliding your hand up through the middle, and switch. Slide your opposite hand down. Cross, middle, down. And we're just going to move through those positions, gaining control over the mace. Don't worry, this will start feeling like work soon enough. And as you become more proficient with it, you can start to move it more smoothly through that middle range. For the split stance counter side row, this has a lot of rotation in it, so we're going to need to stabilize really strong. You're going to pick up the mace, and we're going to be in an over grip, both hands over grip. You're going to have your hands about shoulder width apart. Now, we're going to take the mace, and I'm going to, if I have the weighted end on the left side, I'm going to rotate to my left. And then I'm going to have my left leg as my stabilizing leg and take my right leg back. Show you a bit of a better angle here. So if I've rotated to my left side, I'm then going to take my right foot back because my left is stabilizing, left side. And from here, I'm locking my elbows out and driving through this front hand back. The weight wants to push it forward. I'm going to drive that weight up and back so that it's parallel with my femur, my thigh of my leg. And from there, with my back arm, I'm going to row. It's not a very big row movement, but maintaining this position in rotation, I'm going to feel lighting up through the scapula and through your triceps and your lats from there. For your uppercut, we're going to take the mace in an over grip. We're going to slide the hand right up next to the mace head. Now, if the mace head is over on the left side, I am then going to rotate over to my left side. The mace is then parallel across, parallel from the floor, perpendicular to my original position, and I'm locking out my elbows, nice, straight, and strong. From that locked out position, I'm getting nice and tall. I'm then going to drag with my front hand. I'm pulling up. Think with your elbow. Pulling up into this cross-body position, weighted end on the bottom by the hip, and then I pull back on the opposite side. So now I'm on the opposite side, looking to have the mace parallel to the ground, elbows down, shoulders down, really locked in. You're gonna feel this through your torso, you're gonna feel this through your shoulder blade, and your lat really light up. Don't do anything to overstrain your shoulder joint, but don't let it hang out up here or allow your hands to come out further. It's really about pulling that mace to your face. Elbows down, drawing down, nice strong hip. And from this top position, then moving back down to the opposite side, rotating back and forth. Evenness, rotation, strength, and stability. For the crossbody lateral lunge, again, pick this up nice and easy, no crazy swinging. We're gonna have an under-over grip. The underhand grip is going to be beside the mace head. From here, we're gonna start in this crossbody position, the mace head on the shoulder side. From here, I'm then going to step out with my right leg. So if the mace head is on my left, I'm gonna step away from that mace head, out to the right. And then I'm going to go into a lateral lunge and shift down into the opposite 45. Now as I come back up, I'm going to step 45, come into prayer position at center, switch to the opposite crossbody 45, step out with my left leg, because now the weighted end is on the right, so I'm stepping away from the right, and then cross down. In the cross, I'm finding the weighted mace head down towards the center between my feet evenly. Up and over. Up and over. Thinking always about having that 45-degree angle, whether the mace head is up or the mace head is down. For your intermediate workout, we start adding more dynamic combos that will really get the engine revving. You're going to complete this workout as a circuit, one exercise after the other. You're going to do times 30 seconds each, switch at the 15 seconds for your rear lunge uppercut, times 45 seconds rest per set, times 3 to 5 sets. Switch squat. This, we're going to be moving dynamically back and forth from a squat position. You're going to pick up your mace, both hands, you're going to be in an under-over grip. The under grip hand is by the mace head, i.e. the weighted end. From here, you're going to have your hands about shoulder distance apart. Watch your elbows, that they're not collapsing or doing funky things. Think evenness. Pull those elbows back. Engage those shoulder blades. From there, find your squat position. Now, what we're doing with the squat is we're looking for the mace to hang at the height of our sternum. So as we come down, we're not looking to drop the mace. And as we come down, we're also not moving it up higher. We're going to think sternum height and maintain that height as we squat. When you come down to the bottom, we're also looking not to have the mace to move out super far in front. Use your knees as the guideline. That's as far as it goes. From there, come up, into prayer, switch, and down. Up, prayer, switch, and down. Now, what's different between a switch curl, which goes all the way to the bottom on the hip side, is we're not going all the way down on a 45. The bar goes only to parallel to the ground. Think inhale up, exhale down. Hold that position. And as you start to get smoother and smoother with this, you'll start to hear the sound. Contact with the mace with both hands all the way through for safety and efficiency. Alternating archer press. We're going to pick up the mace safely with both hands. We're going to be in an under-over grip, so your under grip is going to be by the mace head. In this case, the mace head is on my left side. So I'm going to start in this cross-body position where the mace head is up towards my left shoulder. And from here, I'm going to use my bottom hand, my right hand, to start to push the mace out away from me. I'm going to maintain a little bit of back pressure through my left hand for an evenness, almost like I'm squeezing the mace lever handle towards itself, like I'm squeezing my hands towards each other. Just enough. It's a little push-a-war. From here, I'm going to press, 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 and I'm looking for this nice length, elbow up high, as if I'm pulling the string on a bow, hence the archer press. From here, we then pull back. So we then do the opposite. I'm pulling from the hand out far towards the hand closest to me, back in, prayer position, glide down, cross body, push with the lower hand, push back slightly with the far upper hand, and back. Now, this is really important. We are going at a longer lever range, under load, and for a lot of us, our biceps can be quite tight because we spend a lot of time on computers, driving, our phone. So if the bicep is tight and you overextend before it's ready, you might strain something. So only let yourself go to whatever degree you can and slowly work it out until you can find that nice full lock because your connective tissue is ready for it. Sometimes you don't feel focused and alert in the gym, and your workout can suffer as a result. New Alpha Brain Pre-Workout was designed specifically for athletes and gym goers and supports focus, power, and endurance. It's the ultimate way to charge up your mind and body. Use the coupon code GETONNIT to get 10% off Alpha Brain Pre-Workout at onnit.com. Now, let's get back to the video. For your rear lunge uppercut, we're going to pick the mace up in an over grip. And we will have, in this case, the mace head is over on my left side. So I'm going to have my left hand right up next to that mace head.
and the other hand is going to be out so that my hands are about shoulder width apart. From here, I am going to rotate to my left because the weight is on the left side. Rotate to my left. I'm still going to keep my eyes forward when I'm doing this. If I start following with my eyes, it can start to turn and torque me out of position. I want you to think nice, strong position forward and lock those elbows out. Then, my left leg is my stabilizing leg because I'm on my left side. Right leg goes back into a rear lunge and down. The whole time, I'm working on locking my elbows out. It's really easy for the elbows to get lazy, but then we're not getting the full benefit that you'll feel through your body. And then up. And we're gonna come up into an uppercut, passing through that cross-body position into the lunge. When we go down into the lunge, 2 90-90s. And up, cross-body, and then drive that hand up on the opposite side, like you're thinking uppercut to the chin of somebody in front of you that you're having words with and you're needing to resolve some issues.
To get more of the history, benefits, and additional training insights on this versatile tool, click on the link below in the description for an article guide to the steeled mace.